guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In case you're new here,
we are Wawerus and our interest is to change life and live lives.
To live life and change lives.
What's the difference?
It's A. You can't start with BA, you start with AP.
You know why the old school is people always spell them wrongly, spell the school wrongly? It's because they bring the first O before the second O.
It's an O, yes. So anyway, guys, let me tell you something. We want to talk about China Square today. I feel like it's either it was closed for marketing purpose, like they brought things at a low price, people hyped, then it was closed. It became a media sensation. Then on becoming a media sensation, it was opened with an expensive price. Because being someone who knows many plugs, China Square is not cheap.
I think if I analyze it from another perspective, I can say there are two options. It's either, okay, I don't like politics, by the way. I don't do, if you have noted our videos, you don't do politics, but allow us to do a simple analysis on this. There are two options. It's either the owner of the China Mall was told to upgrade the prices like the Kamukoji and the rest of the guys, so that they can create a better competing environment, or the government, or whoever somebody in the government has changed in China Square, such that it was negative marketing for put fork. Because realistically, we managed to go there yesterday. We managed to go there, and literally, guys, sorry to say, I don't see a difference between it and some online shops and some sort in Kamukunji. Can you see a difference, you?
I really do, because I feel like some things are cheaper in Kamukunji.
And some few things are cheaper in China Square.
I feel like China Square, the things that you can't get locally, because like I saw the insecticide, it smells.
Is it working?
Okay, first of all, it's not working as
Doom.
I'm not selling any brand here.
We are not selling any.
Today we are not selling any brand.
We are just talking of what we naturally
At
use.
night I woke up to kill a fly.
After applying industrial spray in the whole room.
So I used the China Square because they say it was nicely scented. So I used it. That fly still came to my head. Now it started playing on my head. Like, stop laughing. Serious. Please let me tell you why we had a fly before people start judging us. Our boy takes milk at night.
Yes.
So sometimes the milk goes anywhere. Spills. And you can't tell the baby, wake up, I wipe you with water.
Yes.
No, we just allow him to sleep like that. So
that's why I hate
that time a fly came. And I decided to kill it because I can't sleep with a fly. I hate that sound. I used the China Square Doom and the normal Doom, because the China Square Doom, now the fly started joking with me and
the fly started coming.
Yes.
They started enjoying the aroma.
Yes.
The way you are doing.
So it was not a good aroma though, so not so much.
So guys, to me, I think let me give it a fair share of my opinion. If you are a teacher, if you have a private school somewhere, visit China Square. You'll get stationeries at a cheaper price. For example, this Mark pen, this whiteboard Mark pen, I got it at 10 bob.
Wow. And
in normal places, yes, was it 8 bob or 10 bob, something close to that. And in normal places, I'll get it with about 80 bob and the cheapest 50 bob. So you see, that was a bargain. But guys, I can't understand how I got this knife at 180 shillings. By the way, can somebody explain to me how I got this knife at 180 shillings? I think for stationaries, it's a good price. If you cannot get a better,
like chalks. Remember chalks?
Chalks is about 200 chalks at about, it was how much?
140 shillings.
140 shillings for 100 pieces of chalks. It
was actually for 200 pieces of chalks.
Yes, that was a good bargain. For the building blocks, that was a good bargain. Okay,
it was not a good bargain. They're just unique. This
box belongs to them. So we have 200 pieces of building blocks at, it was how much?
1780. I'm telling you, this was not a bargain, only that they were unique.
Yeah, I think that's all. So guys, you got this bag. Was how much?
This one was a bargain. This bag anywhere, like I've seen it in Miniso, I've seen it in I also it in Karen somewhere.
Yes.
It is always 3,000 bob.
Let me ask you, you saw it at where? Let's start. You saw it at where?
Miniso.
You saw it at where?
At Miniso.
Yes. Then
I've seen it at a shop.
Your pen, guys, is not writing.
There's a shop in Karen I saw. I've also seen it in some streets, in some shops in the streets.
Let's start. Karen, Miniso at how much?
3,000.
Okay. Now, you bought it at how much in China?
At 1870.
1870. How much do you think you can get it at Kamukoji at?
Kamukoji, I don't think you can get this glass. It's cute, it's leather, it's nice.
That's what I'm saying. If you get it, you will get it at 2G or something. It matters with your purchasing power. Na kama muuzaji hiyo siku ameuza kitu.
Yeah, but I love it. It's a cute bag, guys.
So guys,
for me going to
We bought several things because I know we purchased items of about 11,000. About 11,000. Yeah. But most of those items are what we call impulse buying. We usually don't.
Yeah, like I bought an oven tray and I can't use it.
It cannot fit in the oven. But most of the items.
But oven trays are cheaper there.
Oven trays are cheap. Okay, these things for the car are expensive, right?
Also, interior design. This is what I did not understand.
Yes.
People are walking out of there with this artificial
products like this one, guys.
These people are walking out of there with these ones, and then they are claiming,
guys,
China Square is cheap.
Let me be sincere. This kafra, you bought it at how much in Kamukoji? 2G.
2G, yes.
This kafra behind us here. Sijui kama acha nitoe mburi muione. Wameiona yote. This kafra, green plant here, guys, this plastic plant here, guys, at Kamukoji is about 2G.
Yeah.
China Square, the cheapest I saw was about 4G.
And it doesn't come with this vase, this packet.
That's I think in terms of economies of scale, China Square is not a good place because you cannot bargain. That's one. Two, China Square, you may tend to go to impulse buying. You see China Square, when you see a lot of people buying, you tend to buy even if you don't want.
But they have uniqueness.
They have variety.
Some things are from
like
China,
carpets.
they're not in Kenya.
Like carpets, they have varieties.
Carpets are cheaper there.
For toys, they have toys, they don't have varieties.
Carpets and wallpapers, they're cheaper.
Yes, for carpets and wallpapers. Candles, they have a lot. They are a bit cheaper, especially the scented candles. For the issue with teddy bears, just get them in your local place.
Depends on your taste of scent. You're saying scented candles, but you don't know the other scent. This drink is very delicious, baby.
This is what I've said. For scented candles, it's a bargain because they have a lot of varieties. You know that.
Not perfect scents though. Some of them were smelling like they are burning, killing mosquitoes.
The other thing I'm saying is that for teddy bears, teddy bears, just get your hook walking around the street. But again, now the price you want. You cannot tell me to buy the big teddy bear at 5G. And the teddy bear, I got a teddy bear bigger than that one, you remember, at about 4,500 in a supermarket. So to me, I think China Square, rather than the first, like which we opened with, to leave us more with. You remember, guys, when To Live Us More opened, every Tom, Dick and Harry went there. People were fainting left, right, and center because of traffic of people.
Up with him for not taking me.
And half of the shops are not open. So you go to China Square, there are millions of people, a lot of cars parked outside, but realistically, nothing. Indeed, what you have on
But a lot of people shopped because some shelves were empty.
Can I ask you? Stock. Let me ask you, the amount of people who are getting in versus the amount of the cars around. Okay. The amount of the people who shopped versus the amount of cars around, was it equal?
No.
It wasn't equal.
Also another thing, there is this thing of bicycles for babies.
They're expensive.
Tricycles for babies.
They're expensive than local.
Being that we are parents.
They're just expensive.
Too much
when
expensive.
When you go for...
The bags are okay though.
When you go for another thing I checked was the workshop tools. They're expensive, guys, don't go for them. The workshop tools, please. Look for your plug somewhere around Nairobi town, anywhere around Mudhurwa, Kamukoji, wherever. Get your workshop tools from there.
Workout items, workout equipment, the dumbbells.
The dumbbells.
Too expensive.
I'm not marketing for anybody.
No, dumbbells always come in pair.
I don't know, I'm not marketing for anybody. Like you have said, you're not marketing. Let's call a spade a spade. For dumbbells, there's them either online or go to Naivas or any other supermarket locally.
You know, dumbbells always come in pair. They always come in pair, but for them, they were selling each.
For 12 kg, selling for me a dumbbell for 12 kg at 4,000. I don't think that was fair.
And it was
a single one.
Yes.
I don't think that one was fair.
Yeah.
So I think, guys, China, and then another biggest problem with the China Square, there is no eatery, except the hotel outside. Also,
another thing is that, okay, the yoga mat was a bargain. 2,200 for a yoga mat.
But let me give an example. The same yoga mat you are getting it somewhere at 3G, somewhere in Eastrat at 3G. So if you live at Eastrat, instead of traveling Uber fare or something for 800, and you got it at 200. So instead of that 800, and the 10 plus, the rent utapanga and the rest. I think sometimes it's not a matter of the purchase, the amount of money you use, even the convenience. So what do you think? If you live in Eastrat, will you go for it or will you get it at Princeton?
Sure. But now this brings up the question.
Yes.
Is it that nowadays we are so focused into doing negative marketing than positive marketing?
Negative influencing.
Because I feel like negative influencing is the order of the day nowadays.
Yes.
Like, what scandal will I create for me to sell better?
Yes.
What can I, like, let me give you a good example. You find that, okay, don't come for me.
Well, even if they come for you to protect you, talk the truth.
Okay, let me talk the truth. You find that nowadays people are mentioning hashtagging Andrew Kibe for everything.
Okay. Now,
Like,
I think I can talk.
Doing that, they are hashtagging him because they know.
Not hashtagging, attacking him. They are attacking him
There's
direct.
this song of lazima utukane ndo ujulikane,
Yes.
tuendelea watu siendelee, kleptomaniacs. Oh, I loved them. So nowadays people have now embraced that phrase of lazima nikutukane ndio ujulikane. So what do? If you have a good follow-up, I will play with you.
I'll play with him a psychological game.
So that you can insult me.
So that utanitaja
So that nijulikana. Because I feel like
sorry to say,
we don't believe in our craft so much.
Sorry, if you are coming for stones, come to me. I saw Pretivishi talking something about Kibe. I saw Diana B talking something about Kibe. I have seen a lot of people talking about Kibe. These are okay. Sorry to say, but when I analyze it from the analytical side of view, these are crowd chasers because they know. Okay, let's first agree. Kibe has viewership.
Yeah.
It's a cult. It's like a church. It's a cult. You get it? So the moment atakutaja atakama ni kutukana, amekumarket like China Square.
Hiyo Kibe anatukananga watu ndio watajulikana.
You get? It's like China Square. You're playing the China Square deal. You get the point, eh?
Yeah.
So to me, guys, I think
Kibe anatukana watu ndio wajulikane. So it's weird how the society is right now. Like there's no positivity. Like let's talk about the morals. Let's talk about the nice things.
And guys, your pen has stopped writing again.
Oh God. Let's talk about, like I feel
it's
like why
pen.
don't we try positivity? Like let's be positive about something. Good craft sells itself. Are we not talented so much that we feel like we need to get viewers no matter how negative they are? So, also another thing, the fact that nowadays numbers are what sells people.
We can even do nudity.
Yeah.
You
that's
don't care.
another problem. Yeah.
So guys, to me, if you ask me to be sincere, I think China Square is overrated.
Overrated. There's so many things that are overrated, like China Square. I feel like their negativity was to market.
Let's start, eh?
Like all these videos I go online, people doing a haul of China Square. Maybe you're too positive because you've just seen something new. Like for example, when I saw these building blocks, I was like, wow, this is a bargain. Why there are 200 pieces? But to be honest, the only good thing about them is that they are unique, they are so colorful, and then there are 200 pieces. I've not seen anyone.
And then you can try a lot of structures.
The thing that made me impressed is we'll put a picture here of what our son made with them. So we are like, oh wow, that train is so huge. So
I think it's
and that's what made us feel like they are nice.
Yeah, I think for building blocks is a bargain. Yeah? But generally, guys, out of 10, I can give China Square. Okay, out of 10, yeah. Let me just hit some few more here and there. In terms of China Square doesn't have clothes.
Yeah.
In terms of carpets, out of 10, I can give them 8.
8. Actually 9.
Yes. In terms of carpets, I can give them 8. Eh? In terms of school stationaries and the rest, out of 10, I can give them 9.5. That's a good one. In terms of eatery, I can give them 2 out of 10. There is no eatery inside.
Plus crackers and chocolates are so expensive.
Only one hotel, one eatery outside. Within the mall, but outside. You get it.
Guys, I went for Ferrero Rocher. I love that chocolate and it was expensive.
For workshop tools, I can kwa duka ya Wahindi. That one I can just give them 4 out of 10. So generally out of 10, I can give China more 6.
Okay, can I rate it?
Yes.
First of all, I was insulted that they didn't have cheaper Ferrero Rocher. Because I love Ferrero Rocher, they were so expensive for that.
You forget, even washing detergents, it's the same as normal supermarkets, guys.
Yeah.
There's nothing, okay, let me be sincere, there's nothing Chinese in China Square.
Except the makeup brush, they were cheap actually, and they were bigger. Like if you are looking for makeup brush that are cheaper and bigger, China Square has them, so they're good. Okay, for me, China Square, I feel like anything that is not available locally, they have the best.
Yeah.
Like if it's not available locally, like for example, these building blocks, I've never seen them anywhere. The makeup brushes, the kind of kitchen items they have, I've not seen them anywhere. I've not seen their hotels. There's something else. Some of these trays theirs are unique.
But they're expensive.
Okay, wait.
Let me cut you short.
Let me finish.
Can I cut you short a bit? Look at the way you have started your statement. For anything which is not available locally,
yes.
Meaning, it's lack of, otherwise.
Can I make something clear? No, hata kama umekosa otherwise, it's better there than going to maybe let's say AliExpress.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm saying that.
Yes.
If you want to go to AliExpress and you have the makeup brushes in China store, I would advise you. Nowadays, importation is becoming expensive.
Yes.
Go to China store, you'll get better makeup brushes. So you see, such things like for example, also another thing, fans, the fans of the house, those ones are cheaper in China Square. Carpets go to China Square because, okay, honestly, I've seen.
Just do this.
I have realized that
wake
carpets,
up one day, go for carpets, go for handbags, go
And
for
bags.
go for candles. See, what else? What else?
essential oils.
Essential oils. What else can you go for? School stationaries like go to books, to Quadikia, to crayons,
Chalks, crayons, go
pencils.
there. They
Go
have
there.
best.
What else did you say there?
In short, if you're going to shop for your baby in China Square, it's better than shopping for yourself.
A steel nail, something I noted, a steel nail which I usually buy at 5 bob in my local shop. There you get about 15 of them at 90 bob. No, was it not even 15? There are about 8 of them at 90 bob, which is almost 10 bob each. So to me that was not a bargain.
Okay, can I finish now?
Yes.
The thing, if they're not available locally, then China Store has the best. China Square has the things that you can't, that instead of considering AliExpress or internationally, you can get from them. So for me, I feel like China will give it an 8 because at the end of the day, it's a big mall. It's one-stop shop for everything. That is one thing we don't have in our country right now. I don't think there's any bigger one like that one.
There
See,
is.
which one?
In terms of what do you mean? In terms of
The size.
malls are big. China, okay, Unicity Mall is not a big one. It's not even big.
I'm not saying the mall itself, whereby you get into one shop and get everything, like it's a bigger supermarket kind of.
I think in terms of space, in terms of space, they have space.
Imagine you get tired while walking there,
Yes.
and then you ask for where is this row 38? Imagine you walk.
I think in terms of space,
You cannot finish the mall in
but it's government. It's EU mall, it's government.
See, Jakarta.
I think in terms of space, the mall space, the shop space, that one works out.
Oh, it's
The
too
one.
big.
That one is too big.
If you go with a child, just carry
Yes.
a stroller, you get so tired.
Two, I think they should build more. They should work around and get somewhere they can have an eatery within the supermarket inside the, China Mall, guys.
Oh,
China Mall is not the mall. China Mall is the name of the supermarket. It's a Unicity Mall.
It's
The name
China
of the
Square.
mall is Unicity Mall. The shop is China Square. So
So I'm saying China Square is too big.
Yes.
You can't just walk there and finish like at Timena 2 for hours.
Yes.
You'll get tired.
well,
Normally, like Jana, I was so exhausted walking there. If I was counting my steps, I think I made 10,000.
but I think
because I walked.
other than the way it's arranged, I think in terms of acreage, you can try to compete with Carrefour Two Rivers.
Yeah.
Carrefour Two Rivers has the size,
You
has
can-
the area.
I have walked Carrefour to
Go.
Rivers and I finish. And you can even go 2 rounds. But China Square, you can't. Remember when you got out of the first floor to get the Jew, then
No, in terms of space, let's agree. In terms of space, Wakonayo.
Wakonayo.
But I think, to me, I think it's just overrated.
it's overrated. The fact is, it's overrated
Yes.
because it's just.
It's just a spam. To answer that question, this begs me the question: is it China Square owned by Rocos, or is it China Square bringing us foreign goods? Because I wish they had specialized with foreign goods, goods we cannot get in Rocos markets.
Please, China Square, if you watch this, specialize in
And to another thing,
important goods for us.
remove the competition from Rocos markets. I don't think the reason as to why I should come to China Mall kununua unga, China Square kununua unga.
There's no unga there.
I saw washing sabuni ya kuosha.
Okay, what's our ocean?
There are some few items I saw there,
Which begs this, which answers your question. If they are local people who are interested or working with you.
Yes.
Because there's no way.
Oh, another point I can give you, guys, China Square. Another point I can give you 9 of 10 is like 90% of the employees are Kenyans.
Yeah, meaning it's so much Kenya.
Yes, that's another. That's another thing, guys, I can give you. So I think, guys, can we get there?
Yeah, that's what the end of that.
So if you want to go to China Mall, just go there. Just know what you can take from there, but don't expect so much difference.
Don't go with expectations.
We call it what? Is it expectations?
Don't go with expectations.
Yes, lower your expectations
Lower
to
your
0.
expectations. Okay, so if you've seen videos online, let me tell you something, guys.
Yes.
If you've seen videos online, it's fine if you believe them, but that's according to us. According
Yes.
to how we shop, what we buy,
Exactly.
and the size of our family. Because
Yes.
you find that, for me, I've always wanted this bag so much. So when I found it at a cheaper price, it was okay.
For you, for bags, you went well.
Yeah,
Me for
even
car
there's a
items.
handbag I want,
Me
I
for-
saw that it was awesome.
Me for car items, it was not a bargain. Indeed, the only thing I bought was instead of buying the safety the right safety triangle, I preferred the cone. That was cheap. The cone was about 600. I've never seen a cheaper price. Guys, if you have seen a cheaper price, tell me. But the rest of the tools, to me, nah.
But for the kids, since our big elder son loves schoolwork, he got some things for himself and they were good.
Exactly.
For the smaller son, we bought the building blocks. They were expensive, but you're okay. But they're sharing.
Yeah. But now, China Mall, please store enough water. The population was too high, and there was nothing to. Okay, you know when you come in a soda, it was so big. So probably I think per every floor you can have somewhere you are selling snacks, drinks.
Because it's too big.
It's too big, and then another thing.
If you want to lose weight, go to China Square for a walk.
Don't go China Square on a weekend. I think you utaitana. So that's another thing. Parking, zero. It was just fucked.
We are lucky we had the third party to stay with our car.
Exactly.
Imagine if you didn't have a third party to stay with your car, you wouldn't have gotten the confidence to enter. I know.
Mr. Shaggy guy. So guys, I think
I know you wouldn't have entered. So guys, I'm sure.
We have done this video at night because we are not willing to sleep with that information of an overrated mall.
Yeah.
So guys, I think with that,
love you so much. Subscribe,
like. If you think something else,
share.
You want something else to be known before you visit, tell us. We'll go and do for you. You know, for us, we work with common 190.
No, we always do hotels, but we decided let's just do China Square.
And we say things the way they are. We don't hide. So even if you do what, you will say it the way it is. So, and that is it. So I think with that one,
guys, we love you so much, and until next time.
And please keep commenting on our back, girls. I hope you can see we have shades.
Oh God, like he loves accolades like his first one. Yay! Good job, good boy. That's how my son tells me every time he does anything. Like even if he eats and then he's like, "Mommy, yay, good job."
So I think that's okay. So guys, until the next video.
Bye guys.